But this is exactly why, bro. I gotta stay stand. I gotta make sure my pocket is filled, bro. I gotta make sure I'm good. Any money I'm spending, that junk either gotta be money I know for a fact is gonna make more money. That's one, cause hey, business beats. But like two to that is money that I don't give a disappears because, bro, nah, bro. In the case of like, oh, what's the name? Lacy talking about Adin as far as saying got it, bro. Nah, I can't just go off of somebody's got it. That goes for me, and that also goes for that other person. Like, never, bro. Never. So, yeah, Lacy, if I were you, I don't give a Yo, Adin has got a load of money, but I'm never going off a basis of that. I'm never just taking they got it. Yeah, nah, bro. Because what does they got it mean? Yeah, they can say they got it right now, and then once it come to the back end, Lacy, was that got it just all right? It was not. You already know what time it is, baby. You seen title and thumbnail. Lovely. One of my glorious slop kings, Sloppy Meal, posted a video. Apparently there's something going on between Adin Ross and Lacy. Now, last time I heard anything about Adin Ross was the whole joint going on with Mr. Reach and Team Water, and now, you know what I'm saying, I was trying to get cash and not to donate and all that type of beat. But other than that, hey, I'm deaf ears on this boy. So I'm not gonna lie, we ain't gonna waste no more time in the intro. Let's just get right into the drama, the slops. Trilly talks everything. Trilly does indeed yap everything every single time. Let's get right into it. Like I said in the intro, shout out to one of my glorious slop kings, Sloppy Meal. We got Adin Ross and Lacy situation is bad. Can't even talk. Nor grammar is insane. Facts. It's bad. Probably. Of course, you guys want to watch the OG video? Down in the description. First link. Sure to love it, of course. Sloppy Mule. And let's not waste any more time. We need to get right into this boy. Yo, I'm really looking like rocks.
Could cover the 10K so quick. You can't even write us back. Like, dude, it's insane.
Ladies and gentlemen and slumming your viewers, you heard it here first. Adin Ross called his own situation with Lacy insane. So, the title is actually true for once. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, we're going to be speaking about Adin Ross and FaZe Lacy. Ultimately, this situation all comes down to money. And money allegedly that Lacy owes to Adin Ross.
Clip this out to Lacy. Lacy, Prismel has been texting you every day for weeks. You and your manager need to come through and pay the rest of the cost so we can pay out the rest of the people. Lacy, I already saw what you said to Shallow and stuff, that you paid and wired money in the beginning. You knew there were more costs at Mr. Jones and bottles and all that stuff. I don't even know why it has to go public. You're not answering Prismel. We need to collect the rest of the money. I'm paying 80%, Lacy. I'm paying 80%. I'm asking you to cover 20%. I'm paying 80%, bro. I'm not asking you to come crazy hundreds of thousands of dollars at all. No. It's a small cost. I'm paying legit 80. You're paying 20. Okay? It's not hard. Okay? It's not hard. Just please, you're paying like Shallow and your side of the fat gang people. Like, they're waiting on you. So please, please, please. I hate
Like, off a basis, because I'm asking, well, what was this initial John that they were like putting money into? And two to that, like, yo, if it's already off the basis that like, yo, Adin already paid 80% and he just needs the small portion, which would be this 20, I'm presuming. And also to that, there are people that, you know, need to get paid for the work they have done. I don't get why Lacy wouldn't just shove up the cheese. Like, yo, we can all peep game on. He got it. Especially again if like, yo, he said he would pay this job.
going to public shit like this. I obviously feel uncomfortable doing it. But like, bro, like Lacy, Prismel is spamming you guys every day. Please.
So here Adin Ross is building the picture that Lacy and his manager are dodging all these messages to do with money that Lacy allegedly owes. Adin Ross also goes on further to react to clips of Lacy talking about the situation on stream.
No. I paid my 40K, and now I'm being asked for more.
40 bands, boy, what the fuck? Yo, nah, bro. Maybe they right, bro. This streaming shit is paying too much cheese, way more than the 9 to 5. We shoveled out 40 bands, and for what? From what I was seeing, at least in this like initial jump right here, it's looking like yacht. Like if it was this jump for a yacht, I'm really hoping it wasn't, bro. Like
of
40K, and now I'm being asked for more money.
You already agreed to it though. Why say no now on stream? But you already agreed to help pay the club table and the club alcohol bottles. And
for the club, bro, this definitely was for fucking yachts and fucking clubs and bullshit like that, bro. And yeah, this isn't the best example to use, but definitely example to use on why Trilly. Nah, I don't go to clubs, I don't go to parties, like, bro. Now that guy on TikTok with that clip was spitting, but like real talk, yeah, this is why I get into all this type of bullshittery, bro.
Lacy, you knew once Landon broke his arm, he wanted to sue. So what did? I handled it that day, and I'm airing it all out now. No, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care.
Boy, Mixey and Messy. as always.
He wanted to sue him and me. I don't care. His mom's a lawyer. I fixed that. I handled it. So I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to say that Lacy didn't already agree.
If what Adin Ross is saying here is true, and this is something that Lacy did agree to, that is a big deal. The fact that Lacy...
Yeah, that's what I was saying initially. I'm like, yo, if Lacy did agree to pay this, John, no, I do not get it. Bruv, if you did not want to be paying out extra funds and or did not want to shell out no cheese, you should have just said, I'm not doing this initially. But this is where we get into it with this streaming shit, bro, with this clout and money shit, bro. This is always where it goes down, every time.
Isn't paying the money that they agreed to, especially in the context of the situation.
Right, it doesn't really matter about the $10,000.
Okay, let me read this. We got 16,000 plus 2,500, $10,831.50 from you. This is what our the night out cost: $16,600 for the yacht price, $7,820 for Mr. Jones' table, $3,456 for Mr. Jones' extra bottle. One fucking bottle costed 3.5 bands. Bro, you niggas have way too much fucking money. I don't give a fuck if I had the entire global GDP in my pocket, my nigga. I'm not paying $3,500 for a bottle of alk. Are you fucking stupid? But then again, I'm already biased because alk is fucking garbage, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. Don't do drugs at all. Definitely not gonna recommend drugs to no jits or just anyone in general, bro. But in Trilly's personal choice, yeah, we're definitely going the Blenskis, bro. The L over a bottle. Alk is just so shit. So yeah, definitely not paying that. I'll get all of Team Lacy paid also, thanks. Hey Lacy, just following up, apologies if you're busy, didn't get the chance to see this. It was on the 7th. Alright Lacy, just following up in case you missed the above. This was the 9th. Oh, my bad if I'm blocking this channel. Just following up once again, thank you, sorry to bother. On the 10th, hey Lacy, just following up on the 14th, and then on the 14th again, period.
It doesn't. I could cover the 10K so quick. You can't even write us back. Like, dude, it's insane. Like, it goes on for more and more days, too. There's more group text, bro. Like, we're hitting you up. We're trying to pay everyone out. Yo, can you guys vouch that paid from Team Adin? Did you guys get paid? I'm telling y'all, bro, this streaming brain shit, I'm a victim to it.
Lacy actually ultimately responded.
I ain't gonna lie. I was about to say Adin. You definitely play a part in this shit. What?
To this clip with a screenshot. Priz writes, can find a reasonable distribution to pay the pending amount. Adin has already cleared all the payments from his side today. Lacy responds with, well, I was told I had to pay $30,000 to cover my team's expenses. That was what was agreed on. I wouldn't have done it if I had to pay more. Priz responds by saying,
and that's initially what I said. Like, yo, if you didn't want to do this, John, or whatever, or didn't like where the cheese or the expenses was going, you just say initially, I don't want to do this shit. But I'm guessing from what he's seeing here, I guess they didn't clarify. Like, hold on, we gonna see.
I think that was what was discussed originally. With all the activities they did once you and he left the camera, you both streamed that content, and the cost added up to over $100,000 with his team and everything else.
Wait, I think so. I think that was Dusker's name, but all the activities they did once you and he left the camera. Yeah. Okay. That's what I'm saying. I was like, wait, did I miss something?
Boat ride club, etc. Then puts, I'm not gonna lie, bro, I don't.
So basically, okay, so yeah, this is getting to the thing of like, okay, we said and discussed one thing when we were initially about to do whatever this was, got during the time recording, streaming, yada yada, did so much more shit, probably because you know you want to have like the coolest John happen on cam, and now since y'all did the coolest shit, when the finances and shit, the most important thing that needs to always be prevalent in the mind of this, you know what I'm saying, came up. Yeah, that's where it got Mixey heads. Now the expenses went way over. Now heads are looking for you know, to remedy the expenses. Gotta pay these boys out. Now we looking for who did what, all this. Like, bro, this shit, never dealing with this bullshittery. I ain't gonna lie, Head's gonna have to call well, this is why we're a fucking slop tuber, but Head's gonna have to call Trilly a boring ass creator, bro. I'm not getting into any type of bullshittery like this where we gotta go through, see, yo, bro, did you pay this out, bro? Just to go do some fucking content to impress motherfuckers that realistically don't even care. It's like, dude, it's the worst shit, dude.
Make money like Adin makes.
Wait, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Yeah, okay.
I can't afford to put that up, lol. I barely broke even on the event. I'll split the yacht if it's that big of an issue and send him $2,500. Lacy himself actually fired back at these claims and said that, yeah, I did pay this $10,000, but Adin's actually lying. It was $20,000.
Oh, I said it's 10K.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I didn't promise it was 10K. It was the fact that he lied and said it was 10K when they asked for 20. That's what I was saying.
Hey, I don't want my address on Twitter. I'm just a middleman here. I was just asking questions.
No, I said it's 10K. I told him I was with the...
Nope, that's my social security.
Ultimately, after this clip was posted,
Yeah, this streaming shit is just so fucking bad.
onto Twitter, Adin Ross responded directly to Lacy. I do not want to drag the situation out, but I need to say my piece so we can move on and clear my name. After Fat Camp ended, my team gave me the full breakdown of costs, and it came up much higher than I expected. For the night activities, we spent $16,663 for the yacht, $7,820 for the nightclub table, and $3,450.
This shit is crazy, bro. Like, for all this bullshittery. Oh my god, is this what you gotta spend? Because I remember when Adin was saying, yeah, bro, like, during streaming university, you gotta spend, like, all this different type of jazz, bro. Like, the amount of expenses he has versus, like, you know what I'm saying, the amount of profit. Like, looking at the margins, like, obviously, he still profits and all the type of beat. But, like, it's crazy the amount of expenses people have, bro. But, like, looking at this, is this, like, necessary expenses or is this discretionary? Like, did heads have to get a fucking yacht in that nightclub table? But, bro, if this is for an event, I'm guessing. But, dude, it just seems like so much to me.
$6 for the extra bottles at the club. On top of that, I covered transport and clothing for contestants, which is not even included in these numbers. Both our streams were live during the Yacht and Club, so we both financially gained from it. I powered out every vendor and participant except Team Lacy, who still owed $50,000 plus $6,000 in DoorCash gift codes that I added as a bonus.
DoorCash? I'm assuming DoorDash.
Initially asked Lacy to contribute $20,000, but when he explained he could not afford it, he agreed on text that he would pay $2,500, plus half the yacht cost of $8,331.50. That brought his total to $10,831.50. Despite multiple follow-ups over several weeks, he didn't respond to Priz's request for payment. If he had said he cannot pay, this would not have gone public. Instead, he ignored.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm so confused. I just don't even know why Lacy, again, if he could not afford this off the initial backers, which is what he was saying, if he would have knew the prices would have got this high, like, if he would have knew the prices would have been this high, yo, I don't even know why he would still agree to do this, John, because the prices, again, was pushed up. I'm like, bro, I would have been like, nah, I don't think this event would have been me.
Every attempt to contact him, once the situation became public, he said he would send over $10,000. This was never just about the money, it was about the principle. We both gained from the content, but I ended up paying far more overall. I put in around $250,000 for the
God damn.
event. Some of those expenses were pushed by me spontaneously and were not necessary, so I made sure to cover all.
See, that's what I was saying. Like, yo, were some of these shits discretionary or were some of these shits just like bullshit? Because it's seeming like a whole lot of bullshittery to me. Like, bro, what? I'm like, oh my god.
Of them, since they were done without consulting Lacy first. I never wanted any of this to be made public, but it has. And now
Wait, go back a little bit. Hold on.
I made sure to cover all of them. I put in around $250,000 for the event. Some of those expenses were pushed by me spontaneously and were not necessary, so I made sure to cover all of them since they were done without consulting Lacy first.
Okay.
Never wanted any of this to be made public, but it has. And now the truth is out there. At any time, if this situation were this big of a deal for Lacy, he could have called me and just explained the circumstances, and we could have resolved this behind closed doors. But as you'll know, it is too late for that now. Adin then attached messages that actually followed on from stuff that Lacy had previously posted. Lacy writes, I'll split the yacht if that's a big issue, and sent him $2.5k. Lacy, is it cool if we do as you stated? 16,663 divided by 2 equals 8,331.50, plus 2,500, 10,831.50 from you. This
So that's where that 10k came from, yeah.
is what the night cost us. 16,663 yacht price.
So this is what this initial text from the beginning was on. Okay, right.
7,820 Mr. Jones table. 3,456 Mr. Jones extra bottle. And I get all of Team Lacy paid also.
That shit is still so insane that an extra bottle was almost 4 bands.
Thanks. A follow-up message was sent. Hey Lacy, just following up. Apologies if you're busy and didn't get the chance to see this. Thanks. And another message was added from Adin. Yo Lacy, I ended up paying 150 plus. I didn't know either. Everyone and everything is paid except your winners. I want to get them paid. Are you cool with contributing a bit more? Next time we can have sponsors so it doesn't fuck us entirely.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I would have had sponsors off the fucking gate because clearly the money situation going into this boy was not that figured out. That is a fact.
It very much seems like the execution of this whole thing is all over the place.
Exactly.
The communication on both sides
Terrible.
is just incredibly poor as well.
Awful.
The actual money being spent, the money being asked, and then
A lot.
Lacy kind of just ignoring these messages or not getting round to them, let's say. Shortly after Adin made his post, Lacy actually responded. Lacy writes, since you wanted to bring this to the internet, let's say the truth. We talked before the event and about budgeting and I told you I could not pay more than $40,000.
So then why the fuck? I don't get it. Like, okay. Lacy, if you said you're not doing 40 bands, I would have just been like, okay, if this shit, if Adin is saying that this shit is gonna cost around 40 bands for you to do, and you already feel like you couldn't do around that beat, I would have just been like, fuck it, nah, bro, it's not even worth it at that point, because then getting into the bullshittery that you currently got yourself in, yeah, it's not worth it. I'd have been like, fuck it, bro, we don't need to clout that bad. Anyway.
We agreed that I would pay $30,000 towards the event, plus my team's travel and stay, which came out to around $10,000. I then wired Tave the $30,000, which was agreed on in screenshot 1. You decided throughout the event to let them go out to clubs and yachts. We never once talked about me contributing, and you told me multiple times you got it. You then decided to
That right there, hold on. This right, bro, nah. I just gotta see this full view. This right here, then told me multiple times, you got it. I'ma look niggas dead in they fucking eye, bro. Nah, never look at me. Never say that shit to me. You got it. Fuck out of here. No, you don't. Because what do you mean you've got that shit? People can just say whatever. This is the thing with me, and Hes could say like overthinking, paranoia, but this is exactly why, bro. I gotta stay stands. I gotta make sure my pocket is filled, bro. I gotta make sure I'm good. Any money I'm spending, that junk either gotta be money I know for a fact is gonna make more money. That's one, cause hey, business beats. But like two to that is money that I don't give a fuck disappears, because bro, nah, bro. In the case of like, what's the name? Lacy talking about Adin as far as saying got it. Bro, nah. I can't just go off of somebody's got it. That goes for me, and that also goes for that other person. Like, never, bro. Never. So yeah, Lacy, if I were you, I don't give a fuck. Yo, Adin has got a shitload of money, but I'm never going off a basis of that. I'm never just taking a, yo, they got it. Yeah, nah, bro. Because what does they got it mean? Yeah, they can say they got it right now, and then once it comes to the back end, Lacy, was that got it just all right? It was not. Yeah, I would never go for that shit. I'd be like, nah, fuck nah. What does that mean? Like, you got it and you don't care, or you got it right now to look cool on the fucking stream, and then once the back end numbers hit, yeah, now it's looking like a different story. Never. Told you, this streaming shit.
Pay out your losing team $25,000. A couple of weeks after the event, you randomly text me asking for $20,000 more to pay out my team's winners, as you can see in the second screenshot. I replied and told you straight up that this is not what we agreed on, and I can't pay another $20,000. You then went on stream and lied about multiple key details, saying you asked for $10,000 and that I never responded once, and then threatened to sue me. Even after all this, I still reached out to your team and offered to split the night activities and sent $10,000 to you, and you said you didn't want the money, and then went on stream again bring up how I haven't paid you. I'm still confused how $300,000 was spent on a bounce house cheese balls and a pool of chocolate milk.
What the fuck? A bounce house cheese balls and a pool of chocolate milk? Who the fuck bought this much chocolate milk? What the I have so many more questions.
So I asked for the spreadsheet of the payments and still hasn't been sent to me. Ultimately, if this is the case, if what Lacy is saying
shit, I'm with Lacy on that. I'd be like, yeah, nigga, let me get the spreadsheets of the entire budget.
Is to be believed, then ultimately Adin Ross looks incredibly scummy and a bad faith, disingenuous actor here. This is just from Tave, where he says, send 30,000 here, good shit today, it was really funny. And attached was another message, which is again a part of another earlier message that we saw. Why can't people just post the full logs? What are we doing?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Lacy, in terms of the Fat Camp people for winning Team Lacy, they are owed $56,000. Adin has already spent $100,000 plus on the production and paying for various nighttime activities. I'm just wondering if we can find a reasonable distribution to pay that pending amount. Adin has already cleared all the payments from his side today. What? I was told I had to pay $30,000 and cover my team's expenses. That was what was agreed on. I wouldn't have done it if I had to pay more. Priz then put.
It's just again like, bro, this is what I'm saying. Nah, bro. Calypso John is dead. Getting into all this type of beat. You gotta put up all this cheese. You don't know if it's all if ands, bro. You don't know what's confirmed, what's not. We just doing John. We're going by fuck it, bro. I got it, bro. Nah, hell nah. Hell nah, bro. For the club, for the money. Not for shit. No.
As we know, I think that was what discussed originally, but with all the activities they did once you and he left the camera, you both streamed that content, and the cost added up to over $100,000 with his team and everything else, boat riding club, etc. Lacy responds by saying, I'm not gonna lie, bro, I don't make money like Adin makes. I can't afford to put that up low. I barely broke even on the event. And then we get the rest of messages we've already seen yet again. What is this? Split the yacht if that's an issue and send him 2.5k, adding Adin. Yo, Lacy, I ended up paying 150 plus. I didn't know either. Everyone and everything is paid for except your winners. I want to get them paid and cool with contributing a bit more. Next time we can have sponsors so it doesn't fuck us entirely. Yeah, the only amount pending is $56,000 for Team Lacy. I'm not expecting you to help cover it all. If you can cover 20, I'll cover 36. Lacy responds by saying, bro, I will if you need me to. I just don't make bread like you do. Hey, a situation aside, why the fuck are we saying these messages over and over again, but bits cut out and bits re-included?
Nah, literally, like, we're just seeing these shows spaced out. But from the overall gist, it's seeming though, like, they came to some type of agreement at the very least. Like, yo, Lacy was saying he'll pay the 20 and Adin got the other 36. But even still to that, I'm just like, this is why I tell motherfuckers all the time, you need to hop your ass. Hold on. Where is it at? You need to hop your ass onto Google fucking Slides or Google Excel or some shit and start making a fucking plan. And that goes for a lot of things. In this specifically, like Lacy was saying, bro, if they had a spreadsheet a spreadsheet Excel sheet for this shit, that would have been very lovely. But even another thing I say all the time, yo, if heads don't know what the fuck they want to do with their lives, don't know what's the next plan, yeah, take your ass onto, again, Google Slides and start typing in some shit, bro. Start creating some shit. Take each slide, put it as a different idea, start typing, bro. I'm not gonna lie, like, bro, niggas be lying about this shit. But again, back to this situation, yeah, bro, I would have had this joint all written down. I'm sorry, this is the point where you need contracts, and that's even coming from me, the nigga who hates the corpo shit, who hates the contract shit. But working within the streamer verse, bro, oh, fuck that, John, bro. You definitely need contracts with these niggas. I would never trust any of these motherfuckers. Are you serious? Come on, bro. What?
Bits cut out, bits taken out of context, and then posted on these tweets. Both Adin and Lacy have posted like the same fucking messages like 800 times, just with a little bit different showing. Just post the full screenshots of the full context. And then puts, answer your text, and we wouldn't have needed to bring it to the internet. Nobody cares anymore, fat lesbian, done giving attention to it. Sorry, it's just an awful reply and just really sets the tone for the situation. Adin, you've made
Just fucking stupid.
a claim. Lacy responds to that claim and tries to disprove that claim with more screenshots and his side, and your response isn't trying to refute what he said, it's just making fun of how he looks.
Exactly. Which, is ad hominem. Attacking their character and all that type of beat. Like XQC, just covered him today because he was beefing with Hassan, had said, way back before with the take, attack the story, not Lacy himself. Attack what he is saying.
Where are we going here? It makes it look like you're the one in the wrong and not Lacy, if that is the case. Then Adin and Lacy had like a backwards and forwards, and it's honestly nothing notable, it's just incredibly irritating. And then responded to all the stuff going on and said, how can you go from almost getting Adin's name tatted on you to this within 6 months? Lacy responds by saying, I've always loved Adin and I'm not going to be fake and lie and say I haven't, but most of other streamers would have just shown up to the event and leashed off it for completely free like have done in the past to him. I tried to be fair with how much money I would make from it compared to how much he would and pay my way and cover some costs, but I'm not going to get lied on. Overview, what are my thoughts? They're both irritating. They can't post messages for absolute fucking shit and are fucked up every single time.
Like, I appreciate, I guess, like, in that case, like, viewing that point from Lacy, like, in that case, I mean, I could commend him for that, because, yeah, I would imagine most heads would just try to pop out at the event or whatever, just get a good stream in and just get the numbers up and then dip the fuck out. That's really what the streaming shit is, bro. Again, none of these heads, I don't believe anyone are really friends, none of that shit, bro. That shit is all just collapse, bro. All just growing the audience and all that shit. But in that case, at least, yo, he was still trying to put up some cheese. Now, it wasn't the expected cheese that he thought he was gonna pay, but hey, at least he tried. In that case, but it also seems, at least from the point of Adin, they ain't, Adin had it, got it, and bro, really put the overestimations on Lacy.
Pretty sad my tasted thoughts on this entire situation, but I'm incredibly interested to see what you, the viewer, has to say on this situation. Please feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comments, and watch it down there, also subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future Slop Meal content. But I've been your host, Samuel. I've been covering the Adin Ross Lacy Slop pick, and I will catch you in the next YouTube video. Goodbye.
You already know, baby. Of course, shoulda love was Slop Meal. That was Adin Ross and Lacy situation is insane. It's bad. Of course, if you guys would like to watch the OG video, down in the description, first link, sure to love it, of course. Schlopamil. And yeah, final opinions and conjecture, it's just some more BS, bro. Again, the factor that Lacy at least still tried to come out and, you know, pay the cheese. Now, granted, Adin may have capped to him, or at least from what Lacy is saying, capped to him about how much it was, not 10K, but 20K. But at the very least, still, at least Lacy tried to give him some cheese for this, John. At least tried to pay for some things and his part of, you know what I'm saying, the event, the expenses, and some effort. Because, yeah, lots of heads wouldn't have tried to do that. But even still to that point, like, I don't know, like, why it took so long for Lacy to respond. And from there, that shit goes to the internet and drama and slop, and now here we are. But again, if Lacy paid up to his part of the John, or at least which part he was expected to and or could, then I don't know what Adin's supposed to do. Again, like, he seemed like he was already paying up most of the junk, so I don't know. This is just more same shit, same toilet within the streamer verse and all that type of beat, which is, I'm sure y'all seeing how that's going, especially, you know what I'm saying, on Twitch, kick, all this different junk now. So yeah, again, shout out Sure to Love with Slopamil, and I'll be catching y'all on the flip, baby. Peace. it.